The Hosea Kutako Memorial Museum will be inaugurated. Now, the site is located 195 kilometers from Gobabis at the late stalwart's village of Toasis. The museum is constructed in acknowledgement of values and ideas that the late Kutako believed would unite Namibians and take up the fight against colonial injustices. In studio with me are the Minister of ICT, Theofelus, and State House Press Secretary, Dr. Alfredo Hengari. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Good evening. Thank you for having us.
All right. The decision to create a memorial museum for the late stalwart Hosea Kutako was taken 6 years ago in 2018, Minister. Can you please talk to us about the significance of this decision?
Indeed, Elago, and thank you very much for having us this evening. The late Chief Hosea Kutako is such an important figure in the fabric of Namibia. He laid a big foundation to not only unite Namibians, but to one day see the dream that Namibia becomes an independent country. He not only was a nationalist, but he was somebody that every single Namibian that lives in an independent Namibia owes gratefulness and thankfulness for his bravery and his resolve to ensure that regardless of who finds themselves in the territory of Namibia, every one of us should go towards unity in ensuring that we achieve our freedom. And this decision in 2018 at the Land Conference was significant to demonstrate all of us and our gratitude towards our national leader. And already in 2019, his homestead at the Toasis village in the Omaheke region was declared a national site. And in doing so, it really started the process of actually putting up a shrine that symbolizes a physical representation of the long-lasting impact that Chief Hosea Kutako has made for all Namibians, no matter where they find themselves in the corner of this beautiful country.
Thank you for that explanation, Minister. Dr. Hengari, what's the progress of the construction of this museum?
The museum is complete
as
we speak. A lot of work has gone into it in terms of the design and the construction to reflect and to retain the character of the traditions of that era. And President Angola Mbumba will inaugurate the museum on the 10th of December. There has been a postponement in terms of the date from the 8th of November, as has been earlier communicated. And that extension of the date has been occasioned by the fact that the President has been invited to the inauguration of the new President of the Republic of Botswana, His Excellency Duma Boko. The President will invite Namibians on the 10th of December to join him for the inauguration of a site that speaks to the very important role, as the Minister referred to. Chief Hosea Kutako was a consequential Namibian. In 1947 already, he was mobilizing chiefs from other areas of this country to join the fight against apartheid colonialism. He is a symbol of our unity. And Namibians should not forget that in 2002, when President Sam Nujoma was inaugurating the Heroes Acre, he declared Chief Hosea Kutako as one of the national heroes. So the 10th of December in the global calendar is Human Rights Day. But it's also the day when the shootings at the old location took place. So symbolically very important in terms of the struggle of the Namibian people and also their unity, which is what is important to celebrate as we memorialize the legacy of Chief Hosea Kutako.
Looking at the community of Omaheke, including the traditional leaders, how are they receiving the inauguration that is now scheduled for the 10th of December? I mean, this was preceded by a construction, of course, so there should have been some views throughout this process.
Most definitely. I think the community welcomes such a memorial museum that will literally present Chief Hosea Kutako not only for this current generation, but for generations to come. I mean, Chief Hosea Kutako took the bold step to petition the United Nations to consider putting Namibia's territory under its trusteeship. That alone set so many, events into motion. And every single Namibia at this point, with this very significant infrastructure, can almost live through that history of this brave man that knew that Namibia needed to unite as a nation to ensure it survives the colonial era.
Come the 10th of December, Dr. Hengari, what activities are expected? What does the program look like?
Well, as you can imagine, we were supposed to inaugurate on the 8th of November, but unfortunately, due to the fact that the president will be attending an equally important event with the inauguration of the new president of Botswana, almost everything was complete. We have a program that reflects the character of Chief Kutako, but we should not forget that this is a national side. It belongs to the Namibian people. And Chief Kutako is recognized as such by all Namibians. It's not about a community. It's not about this or that individual. It's about all of us as Namibians. And the program by the Namibian government reflects the character and the indelible mark that Chief Hosea Kutako left for many Namibians. He inspired many. We should not forget that when President Geingob took the decision, and a decision that was validated by the Second National Land Conference, as the minister alluded to, it was about giving the necessary weight to Chief Kutako. Of course, we have we have airports named after him. We have important highways named after him. But the dwelling was in a state that was not befitting of the stature of such an individual, and it is in that vein that President Geingob took that decision. And in April 2021, the first bricks, the groundbreaking ceremony took place in a spirit of unity, and a spirit that reflected the wishes, what Chief Hosea Kutako would have wanted Namibia to be. And it is what we are today, a united people in our diversity and working for hard for our peace and our stability. And I can assure you that the event on the 10th of December will reflect the values and the ethos of Chief Hosea Kutako as a nation builder, as a unifier of the Namibian people.
Well, thank you very much. Your final remarks, perhaps a message to the Namibians preceding this event?
Indeed, because Chief Hosea Kutako was and still is a national treasure of Namibia, we invite all Namibians from wherever they are, the corners of Namibia itself or the world, on the 10th of December to join the government of the Republic of Namibia and indeed the people of Namibia to celebrate, to pay homage, to be thankful to the memory and the bravery that was Chief Hosea Kutako as President Nangolo Mpumba officially inaugurates this memorial museum and shrine that symbolizes the true essence of who the late chief was.
Thank you, Minister. Doctor?
Yes, indeed, the minister captured everything quite eloquently. The president would like to see a Namibia that is united. President Mpumba has always been saying that Namibians, when they are in problems, they traveled east, and that's Botswana. And it is for that reason that, unfortunately, the president had to postpone the inauguration of this very important site, because it's equally important for the president to be in Botswana, a country that played a very important role, and also in the history of Chief Hosea Kutako himself. So the president has to be in Botswana to honor that very important inauguration, which speaks to the quality of democracy in Botswana. And also, as a country, Namibia, we have seen a number of transitions that have been peaceful. We are a stable country. We are focused on the prosperity of the Namibian people. So the president, unfortunately, could not do it on Friday, on the 8th of November, for that very reason, which we want to emphasize. And on the 10th of December, Namibians should join the president at Toasis in Namibian's constituency to pay homage to a great Namibian leader, Chief Hosea Kutako.
Thank you so much. Thank you both for being here and informing the nation.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Well, that was a conversation with the Minister of ICT, that is Emma Theofelus, as well as State House Press Secretary, Dr. Alfredo Hengari, and they were talking to us about the Hosea Kutako Memorial Museum that will be officially inaugurated by President Nangolo Mbumba, that is on the 10th of December.